Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I create natural hair content and we would love to have you join the group. Don't forget to click subscribe, it really helps me out, and tap the notification bell so you can receive alerts whenever I post a new video. Okay, so there are a couple of different methods that I use to keep my hair stretched or to get it stretched. The very first thing that I want to get into is my wash day, because I feel like that's where it all starts from. That's what determines, you know, how you're going to keep your hair stretched throughout the week or 1 week or 2 weeks, I mean, that before you get to your next wash day. So I intentionally created a wash day video before this video, okay, my full wash day video, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box below. And in that video I show you guys step by step how I keep my hair stretched during wash day. I do encourage you to watch that because it will give you a more detailed description as well as a demonstration on how I keep my hair stretched throughout my wash day, or at least the things that I do to minimize the shrinkage that inevitably happens. And so I'm just going to take you through a couple of the things really quickly. First of all, washing in sections is, I mean, it's a must, I think. I'm really not a fan of washing my hair just, you know, at once, like just my entire fro at once, because it's just so easy for it to all shrink up into a tiny ball and then detangling, which is my worst thing on this arm. Number 2 is, while I'm under the shower, I always make sure to hold my hair taut as I am shampooing, as I am doing, you know, whatever I'm doing. It really helps to just keep the hair from shrinking back up. When I'm moisturizing, or I should say after moisturizing, I always put a little spoolie at the end of my twists. I find that helps keep it stretched because it just weighs the hair down a little bit so that while it's drying, you know, it's not shrinking up too much. That's like a summary of my wash day things that I do to keep my hair stretched, but I do encourage you to watch that video. You really get a better idea of all these different things step by step. Number 2, and my most frequently used method of keeping my hair stretched, is large twists. I mean, even right now my hair is in large twists. This is the way I wear my hair almost, actually it's not even 90%, it is like 98% of the time. It is very rare to find my hair not like this. Facts of life. But yeah, keeping my hair in large twists, which I also stretch, is golden for me. So I'm going to show you what I mean. If you have also watched my twists video, you probably know a little bit about this because I talk about it then as well. Because even while your hair is in twists, as much as it's stretched on some level, when you apply water to it, when you're moisturizing, whatever, it can still shrink. You know, the twists can shrink as well. So you want to make sure that your twists are also stretched. So I'm going to show you what I do. In addition to those, okay, I'm going to leave that link in the description box because now that I think about it, you know, what I'm going to be able to show you here is different from what I show you in the other video, because I had mini twists and now I have like this large twist. Okay, so I always just start off on these large twists from my wash day, and essentially what I do is twist my twists together. So what I'm going for is to create sort of a flat twist with my twists. I have said the word twist so many times, wow. And what you'll achieve here is basically a good stretch, and it will just prevent your hair from shrinking up, you know, prevent the actual twists from shrinking. And additionally, it will protect your ends. And I usually style it like I would do a double flat twist, and it comes out pretty cute, and you get, you know, the double effects of stretching and also protection. The end. So the third method is African threading. Now when you're doing your African threading, like anything else, you do want your hair to be moisturized, and my hair was a tad dry, so I went in with just a little bit of water oil spritz thing, okay. And yeah, now people use a bunch of different kinds of thread for threading. I think yarn and I don't know, just a bunch of them, but I always just use regular sewing thread. I don't have a specific reason for that. I guess because it's what I started with and I just stuck to it. Make sure you measure the length of thread that is appropriate for your length of hair. And I usually, just to make the thread a little thicker, I'll do, two. I'll sort of just fold it into two. Wait, that doesn't make sense. I'm actually folding it into one, aren't I? But yeah, just to make it thicker. And then I will tie a little knot over there to make sure it's secured. Now, when I'm starting off with my threading, I make sure to leave a couple of centimeters from, the root. Just because you don't want to apply too much pressure to your scalp and, rip your hair out or anything. So I just start like that and then go round and round. That first, rounding, I usually do it a couple of times, like 5 times, to make sure it's secured at the root. And then I'll start going down the section of hair. Now, as you can see, I was leaving quite a big space in between my turns. The smaller that space is, the more stretch you'll have. So that's something to note. It's mostly because I was doing it for demonstration purposes that I did it this way. Now, when I get almost to the very end, I'll get that last bit of hair and just fold it up like that. Okay, and then I'll cover that with thread as well. That's sort of a method I just came up with to protect my ends, and also I find that this also makes for a very easy takedown process. So that's how it looks when it's done. Now, ordinarily you want to keep this threaded hair for maybe a day, I think. That's what I usually do, and then take them down. Now, as you can see, the takedown process is so easy. You're just essentially just rolling, or is it turning? Well, you're doing that I'm doing, and then yeah, you just keep going. You unfold the hair that you folded and then just continue, and it's really quite easy to get the thread out of the hair. And once that is done, your hair will be really quite stretched. So another way that I keep my hair stretched is bunning. I don't know if that's a word, but yes, buns. The thing about the way I bun though is that the hair, it's not a method to get my hair stretched, but rather a way to keep my hair stretched. So like I've shown you guys what I do with my big twists. So if I want to wear my hair in a bun, I'll take those down and then wear it in a bun, which I will also keep covered and protected with probably Mali hair, which is Mali hair, meaning because that's what I like to use to keep the hair protected. So that's another thing that I do. I do have a video for that as well, so I'm going to link it in the description box. And another means of keeping your hair stretched, getting your hair stretched, is heat. I do recommend that you check out the Green Beauty channel. She has like a whole detailed video, I think a 2-part series maybe, on using heat safely. She even has like a video on how to choose a good blow dryer. But that channel is life. Like if you want to learn about hair, if you're those people who just want to be taking notes like me, check out the Green Beauty channel. That is it for me and stretching and shrinkage. I hope that this video has given you some insight, has given you some ideas on how to stretch your hair, how to minimize shrinkage, because let's be real, you cannot erase it. It is here forever with us. So let me know, how do you guys stretch your hair? How do you keep your hair stretched? Connect with me on social media. I love to hear your feedback on these things. It helps me create more useful content. Thank you so much for watching. I thank you for subscribing. Thank you for commenting. I really appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.